Hi, Joe.
Oh, hey Shane, how are you?
How you going?
Good, thank you.
Back for another one.
Yeah.
How's it been going? How's your first few weeks?
Yeah, it's a bit different to my old sort of work.
Yeah?
But
Ready to do 6 months?
yeah.
Ready to get your hands dirty?
Well, not going to have nails very much longer, but
I presume your boss has been reminding you every day about your workplace health and safety and your boots and your jewellery and...
yeah, no jewellery.
Yeah? Great.
Yep.
Alright, today we're going to go through one of the subjects in your learning criteria.
Yep.
And it's about how to take the wheel on and off.
Awesome.
Because the wheel's so low today,
Yep.
we're just going to do the wheel nuts on and off.
Yep.
And that's going to help you for tomorrow and the next few weeks, because I've been talking to your boss about he's ready to let you do something, and
Okay.
we want to get you to do something too. So let's go through some of the tools that you would definitely be using
Yep.
in the next couple of days.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Just a quick assortment I found not wine, but around your workshop.
Yep.
Okay, we've got a 19 and a 21mm socket.
Okay.
Good place to start.
Yeah.
First thing we're going to do
Okay.
is 19 and 21. You see on the side?
Oh, yep.
19mm.
Yep.
Now the guys from now and then are going to ask you for tools if they haven't already started.
Yep.
And so you don't look a bit silly, we can identify some tools for you.
Okay.
Okay, so that's our 19 and 21.
Yep.
Now, this seems to confuse a few people, but this is a 19 and 21 as well.
Okay.
What you will notice if we put them side by side is they look nothing like each other.
Yeah.
Okay, these are our main wheel sockets,
Yep.
and everyone will have a set of these in their toolbox.
Okay.
The main difference here is, apart from one's long and one's short,
Yeah.
is the little square on the back here.
Yeah.
Now, if I was talking to someone who knew lots about tools, I
Yeah.
wouldn't be telling them this, because they'd think I'm a bit of a silly man.
Okay.
But because you're new to it, we'll
Yeah.
go through it anyway. Okay, so this
Yeah.
is a square half-inch drive.
Okay.
Now, there's in the industry,
Yeah.
we've got quarter-inch drive, which
Yeah.
I didn't bring. We've got 3/8 drive, which is this square here,
Yep.
and for some reason it's imperial, just because tools have been around forever.
Yep.
We've got the half-inch drive.
Yep.
Then we've got a 3/8 and an inch.
Okay.
Sorry, a 3/4 and an inch. And an inch is like that big. It's the hole there,
Yeah.
but it's like this, like it's bigger than the socket. Okay, so I brought a couple of tools I found.
Yep.
So the brake bar, which is something you'll be using quite a lot
Yep.
over the next few weeks. So we've got half-inch
Yep.
and half-inch.
Okay.
This one is a 3/8. So if we put them side by side,
Oh yeah, that's a bit bigger,
this
isn't
is
it?
a bit squarer. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Even if we put them tip to tip,
Yeah.
you can see. So when someone refers to, can I please have a half-inch 19mm? It's a bit of a weird thing to say in one sentence, but what they're referring to is they want a half-inch drive
Yeah.
in a 19mm socket.
Okay.
So if I said I need a 3/8 19
Yeah.
or 3/8 drive, if they're nice, I'll say what drive it is,
Yeah.
or instead of saying just 3/8. And when we get smaller, we go a quarter 10mm.
Okay. Cool.
Not many people are doing imperial things that would say, I'd like a 1/4 inch drive and a 1/4 inch socket.
Right.
That would be rather confusing.
Okay.
Alright, so next thing we need to know is what size wheel nut on this car behind us. So I'll take the 21. You can see that one's slightly bigger.
Oh yeah.
There's normally only two or three of these sitting next to each other,
Yep.
and these are the two most common.
Okay.
So you take the 19,
Okay.
I'll take the 21,
Yep.
and we'll see who wins. And one's a bit loose.
Mine's it.
Right, well, I guess you get to take the tire off. Yeah?
Okay.
Alright, we're going to demonstrate mechanical advantage.
Yeah.
So this is this is a breaker bar.
Yep.
But this is typically what you'll find in the car repair kit.
Okay.
So technique for this one, if you don't feel like getting on your knees,
Yeah.
we're just going to pop that on the wheel.
Yeah.
put our leg on it
Yeah.
and give it a push.
Okay.
So if you want to have a go at that,
Yeah.
just supporting yourself.
Yeah.
Not too hard, is it?
No.
Okay. Now to prove a point, now you did that with your leg and
Yeah.
almost your entire body weight. So let's see what happens when we get a very big lever and use a lot less force. Okay, if you'd like to not use your leg this time,
Yeah.
and just push down.
Oh, that's easier.
Okay. So,
Okay. And then this one?
yep, just making sure you're not going to scratch the car.
Oh yeah.
So what do you reckon that means? Bigger lever, less effort?
Oh, very much so, isn't it?
Alright, I won't get you to go too far.
Mm.
Now, I'm sure you've heard all the rattle guns going in the workshop by now, and they're quite loud.
Yeah.
Some much louder than others. What I've got for you today is a 3/8 drive, and if you remember our 3/8
Yeah, the smaller one.
from our 1/2 inch.
Yeah.
So this would definitely be acceptable to take a wheel off.
Okay.
It's not a full-size rattle gun,
Yeah.
but it will give you a feel of what it's like when the guys are.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to do the wheel back up a little bit, otherwise you won't feel what it feels like to come off.
Okay.
So we'll go through the torque wrench later.
Yeah.
Make it a bit less noisy, eh? Alright, if you want to find the 3/8 drive 19mm socket. Okay. Now just a little word of warning.
Mm.
Sockets come off rattle guns.
Okay.
And when they come off, they're generally going fairly quickly and they pretty much know where you are. So if you're going to go like this,
Yeah.
don't have the socket on there. This is a fairly simple operation.
Yeah.
We've got the bottom is an undo,
Yeah.
and the top is a do up.
Yeah.
We won't need to be doing the do up.
Yeah.
What I want you to experience is what it feels like to have the rattle gun in your hand
Yeah.
and trying to undo a wheel nut.
Okay.
It does make a bit of noise, it does shake,
Yeah.
and you do have to hang on to it.
Okay.
So remembering lefty loosey, if you have it in your hand, you can turn it and you will feel that it's going left or it's going right. If you just gently pull the trigger, you can feel it. I wouldn't suggest you hold it and pull the trigger as hard as you can because it might hurt.
Okay.
So if you want to have a go at that, like I said, it does make a noise. You might need to use both hands. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, the battery might be Try leaning into it a bit, Joe.
So pushing it in towards the car.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
It actually, what's happening is when it's loose, what a rattle gun does inside itself is it does this. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, that's why it's called a rattle gun. There's a big thing inside here called a hammer,
Yeah.
and that hammer relies on this being hard against something.
Okay.
There is a technique when it's not working is you actually preload the hammer,
Yeah.
and that way every time it blows, it only blows in
One direction.
that direction and it doesn't have a chance to like that, okay? So how you're holding it,
Yeah.
you probably could have a little bit of an improvement by putting your hand behind here.
Okay.
You might even need to change the way you're sitting.
Okay. So I'm really pushing
Yeah,
it. And I'm
this hand here
Yeah.
really needs to be here. Now that looks really awkward, Joe.
Okay. Maybe we'll go this.
Yeah, that looks much better.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, see what holding it in there,
Yeah.
and it definitely needs to be straight.
Yeah.
So if that hammer is loose, it's pretty much just going to bounce around all day.
Yeah.
So as you saw, once you preloaded it and got it in there and stopped it going backwards, it grabs straight away.
Okay.
All right. So where's the mag tray? Would you like to grab that for us?
Yes.
Okay. So you see, it is a noisy tool.
Yeah.
And they do get a hell of a lot noisier. So you're remembering our lefty loosey righty tighty?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty much it. You're ready to pull the tyre off. Which we won't,
Yeah.
because as I explained before, I don't want you lifting in such an awkward position.
Yeah.
What I would like to go through with you is the fact that wheel nuts are a special little job
Yeah.
that if they're put on backwards, they pretty much don't hold the wheel on.
Wow.
These ones in this case, you can see they've got a cap, so it's
Is that bit?
it's
Yeah.
practically impossible. It's not impossible, but it's practically impossible. This piece of tin, this is literally a cover. Believe it or not, there's a tiny little lip just there,
Yeah.
and this cover will come off with wear and tear.
Yeah.
And they are possible to put them on backwards. Trust me, 25 years, I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
But what you will notice is there's a taper.
Yep.
And you can see on that taper there's actually like a shiny bit.
Oh yeah.
So that shiny bit fits in this cone here. So we've got basically a male and a female cone,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and that will mate. If you take it in there, you'll actually see it pull the wheel to where it wants to be.
Yeah.
So once we've got two of those on there, see how the wheel can move? So if you flip that on there, just make it a little bit tighter. This is why sequencing, which we're going to get to into in a second.
Yeah.
Now that wheel,
Doesn't move.
yeah. So if just one of those wheel nuts was loose,
Yeah.
like this, just a tiny buzzer, it can do that. So you get this odd noise when you're driving down the road and it goes.
Yeah.
It's quite a distinct noise when someone leaves the wheel loose.
Okay.
Alright, well let's just pop those off.
Yeah.
So there are a couple of different wheel nuts you will come across.
Yeah.
I'd imagine in the next 2 weeks you will have seen a couple of different types. 85% of them do have the taper,
Yep.
and the other ones are sleeved.
Okay.
The only precaution you have to do when you use the sleeved ones is make sure you haven't caught the outside of the rim. But the guys will show you that anyway. You'll pretty much know because instead of the wheel nut sitting in this far, it'll be sitting in like this far. It looks quite dramatic. So, and the wheel won't be done up tight. You'll struggle when we get to the torque wrench. Okay, if you want to bung that hubcap back on.
Yeah. Pop it on. Go anywhere?
Not quite. Now, if you want to pay attention to where the valve, because this hubcap has to be seated before we put the wheel nuts on, so you need to find a little spot where it shows the valve.
Yeah.
Can I just point out that if you look really closely here, there's actually a picture of what the valve looks like, and if I'm not mistaken, the Ford is directly above it,
Yeah.
which in this case it is. Toyota is directly below it.
Okay.
Some are just random,
Yeah.
some are nice and easy to find.
Okay.
There, I'll just pop it down on there so it doesn't fall on you. This does get easier, trust me. So you only need them on a few turns, and then we're going to go to a tool. Okay. You more than likely won't be using a power tool to put any wheel nuts on for at least a good few weeks, if not even at all. Because your course is such a small course, your boss just may not. A lot of apprentices, even up to the second year, they won't put wheels on with rattle guns.
Okay.
And if you were in a tyre shop, you'd only ever put a wheel on with a rattle gun, and then you would tighten it by hand. So we're just going to use hand tools.
Yep.
So if you would like to take the 1/2 inch drive, 19mm socket, one of the 1/2 inch drive short breaker bar. The holes don't have to line up.
Oh.
If you hold this like this, you can just like that, just like a screwdriver.
Oh.
That's a very quick way to do it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, if you want to do that now, that'd be fantastic.
Anyone?
Just get them in there for the moment.
I've done that one.
Yep.
Does it matter which one I do next?
Well, not yet.
There's this one.
You're just getting them on now. Right, so I won't make you get up just yet.
Okay.
Okay, so one of the really important things we're going to do next is a tightening sequence.
Yeah.
There's 4 stud.
Yeah.
There's actually 3 stud, but we won't get into that. 4 stud, 5 stud, 6 stud.
Yeah.
Every wheel's going to use a tightening sequence.
Okay.
It's all pretty much identical.
Yeah.
In a 4 stud, I'll just use this little bit of scrap just drew up a second ago. So 4 stud here's our 4 studs.
Yeah.
The wheel is, how about we turn it like that so it looks like the wheel?
Yeah.
So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Or,
I did this one, I'll do that one next.
yeah,
And then one of those.
yeah.
and that
It
one.
doesn't matter if you start here,
Yeah.
if you start here, or it doesn't matter where you start.
Yeah.
You're going to go across and then across.
Okay.
If it were a 5 stud, we'd do something like a star pattern. So we go
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't matter where you start, doesn't particularly matter where you finish, as long as you do that in the pattern. Well, if you remember just a moment ago,
Yeah.
the tapered seat to the tapered seat,
Yeah.
if we do this, if we go from here
Yeah.
to here,
Yeah.
we might not pull those tapered seats in
Oh, okay.
opposite each other.
Okay.
The reason we're doing this is to make sure that the tyre is fully seated
Yeah.
into those cones,
Go one move.
so it won't move at all. Yeah, those cones are vital to having the tyre really tight
Yeah.
and really straight. We don't want it to wobble like this.
Yeah.
We want it to be nice and concentric.
Okay.
So if you'd like to give it a little nip up with that, if you turn it on to yep. And then we'll move into the operation of a torque wrench. Don't go overboard because we're coming back again.
Yeah.
Okay, so next tool we're going to use is the torque wrench. We're going to still need that socket, yeah?
Yeah.
So as we started, we had a big lever versus a little lever.
Yeah.
And you rapidly found out that big means easy, little means effort.
Yeah.
Torque wrench is the same.
Okay.
They come in all different sizes.
Yep.
Pardon me. They come in all different sizes. They look very different. There's mechanical ones. There's very old ones with just a needle. These are digital ones. They just happen to be quite new. These ones will preset.
Yep.
And same principle, lefty loosey, righty tighty.
Mm-hmm.
These ones can go in both directions. A lot only go in the do-up direction.
Yeah.
And we're going to follow that same tightening sequence.
Okay.
99% of cars that you find, probably 80%, let's say,
Yeah.
will all be 100 to 110. Generally about 110 to 112 to be a little bit more accurate.
Yeah.
Your auto data will tell you every car.
Okay.
If in doubt, ask someone, or look it up and ask someone.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to turn this one on. And just pop it up to 109. This particular torque wrench,
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite familiar with, and people tend to go past where it should stop.
Okay.
So it's quite important that you pay attention to when it vibrates and beeps,
Yep.
as opposed to a lockout one, which as you operate it, it will click and you can't go any further.
Oh, okay.
So this one's a little more finicky,
Yep.
as opposed to a click out one,
Yep.
but it's a lot more accurate, I think, and a lot easier to set.
Yep.
When it comes to using it, if you are using these ones from the guys, just pay attention that you have the little NN.
Yep.
Now this is Newton meters, which when you look at your auto data, it will say Newton meters. If not, it will say foot pound, or it'll say inch pound. Very important. The reading is so different. This is let's say, make it easy, 110.
Yep.
So 110 Newton meters equals 81 foot pound.
Okay, so you don't
So if you were to
want
set this at 110, I'll just show you, just for the sake of it. So we're going to go 100 foot pound. We're now at 135.
Right.
If we do this wheel nut up at 135,
No one will be able to get it.
well, that's not really a problem.
Okay.
The more of the problem is stretching the thread. I know it sounds funny,
Yeah.
but bolts stretch, and once they stretch too far, then they break.
Yep.
Then the wheel falls off. Okay.
Okay.
So
Don't want
a
that.
couple of things we don't want. We don't want stretch bolts.
Yep.
The other thing, if people continue to stretch the bolt, it makes it harder and harder and harder to put the wheel on and off.
Yeah.
And at some point, the thread, the stud,
Mhm.
because these are nuts, they
Yeah.
go on studs.
Yeah.
The studs will fail.
Okay.
Which isn't a massive job to change. It just costs the customer money and it shouldn't.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go back down. 109.
Yep.
Now this is exactly the same. It's just
Yep.
smaller.
Okay.
Doesn't go quite as high. This one will go to 300. This one goes to, I think, 170.
Okay.
It's just more convenient for a small job. Alright, so our socket, that one, you can see when you just look at the top.
Yeah. It's
You will get used to this.
Yeah.
This half-inch quarter, 3/8 might take you a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But 99% of sockets have stuff written on them.
Yeah.
Maybe not you guys' wheel sockets, but you'll find they're colour coded as well.
Yeah.
And they've got a plastic sheet around them. That's so we don't scratch any of the wheels. So I'll just get you to come down to the wheel again, Joe. Like I said, this one is a little bit different. You can overdrive the wheel nut.
Yeah.
So if you just gently put your hand on there, we're going to one hand operation on this, unless we absolutely need two hands. Where the handle is, because the torque wrench is designed to only use where the handle is. Not over here, over where the battery is, and not down, anywhere down the shaft. Yeah. So you're going to feel a vibration,
Oh, okay.
then it's going to beep
Okay.
in that order. So at some point.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can feel that. Okay.
So we're still short. So if I can get it to just beep without, just vibrate without beeping. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
109.9.
Okay.
So if you want to have a go at that,
Yeah.
now what I'd like you to do is, each one you do, when you think you're right,
Yeah.
take it off and have a look at the little reading, and it will show you exactly where you did end up.
And I'm doing the sequencing of
Yes,
the
please.
thing as well. Okay. I'm gonna hold it here.
So get comfortable. You don't want your right, your left hand. You can put a second hand here.
108.2.
Yeah, do you want to just give it a little tweak? You're probably not in the best mechanical
111.
position to do that.
Okay, so if I
Yeah, if you want to get a little bit more weight over top, how about standing up? Yeah?
108.4. Still want a bit more.
Yeah. So we want to hit that 110.
112.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, and then the last one here.
just show you something with this, with most torque wrenches. If you do this, and I'll just do it like that, you'll get a false reading.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you're not, and I'll prove the point, because if I just go like this,
Oh,
it's
lower than
less.
it was. Okay.
so if you jerk on any tension wrench,
Yep.
you're going to get a false reading.
Okay.
Okay, well that's pretty much that done.
Okay.
Wheel's definitely not going to fall off. We know all the wheel nuts are torqued in sequence
Yep.
and to the manufacturer specification.
Okay.
Any questions?
No. So I tap them loose with one of these.
Crack them, yes.
Crack them, and then I take
Make
them
sure
off.
the vehicle's secure,
Oh yes. And then I come off with these.
if you're lucky.
If I'm allowed. Otherwise I use a longer one of these for the and I take it all off, put it back on with the little knob in the right spot, tighten it up with one of these, and then at the end sequence it up with this, and then sequence it up with the torque pin with the right.
So it's not about being weak, it's about having the right tool.
Okay.
Okay? These come bigger if you need them. This is about as big as you'll see.
Yeah.
This is 3 foot,
Yeah.
and pretty much everything you'll see is measured in, like they'll use inches, a 2-inch
Yeah.
extension, a 5-inch extension,
Okay.
3 foot. This is called a 3 foot breaker bar.
Yeah.
This is a 2 foot breaker bar. For some reason, everything except the actual socket end is imperial.
Okay.
So don't be too flustered when people yell sizes at you.
Yep.
Just ask them to explain.
Okay. Cool.
All right, cool. Well, see you in a couple of weeks.
Excellent. Thank
Hope
you.
you enjoyed.
Ta.
No, I'm just kidding.